Hi everyone, this is Brandy from Everyone and Then Some, and today on Focus on Learning, I wanted to talk about accreditation. When I did my video on when do we homeschool, I received a comment from pmexplore, and his comment asked, make sure to get this right, said, so does accreditation really matter, or does accreditation matter to you? So I answered him in a reply to his comment, and if you want to see my actual reply, go back and watch the Focus on Learning, When Do We Homeschool, and it's in there. But I also wanted to record another video and talk specifically about accreditation, because a lot of people think that, as I've been talking to other people about this since I've received that comment, that accreditation is something that's unnecessary, or that on the other side, or that perhaps homeschool should be accredited. In Texas, I believe, they've started the voucher system where every children gets a certain amount of money set aside, and a lot of people know that if you're homeschoolers, you may not have access to that voucher because that voucher is to go towards an accredited learning institution. But here's my take on accreditation. Absolutely, I think it's important. When I moved to Georgia and I was looking for schools to put my older children in, I absolutely wanted an accredited institution. I looked at surveys, I looked at test scores, I looked at reviews, I looked at greatschools.net, everything you could think of for me to check out these schools, including accreditation, I paid attention to. But here's how I look at it for homeschool. What is the purpose of why would a school want to be accredited? To get students, to get people to come to their school. Why would a restaurant want to be licensed and reviewed to get customers? Why would a daycare want to be licensed and want to have 5 stars or 4 stars or however the daycare rating is? To get students, to attract customers. Who's the customer of a school? The customer of a school is their students. Okay, now let's translate that to homeschools. Who is my customer? My customer is my child. Do they have a choice? It's my choice. Who do I have to prove to that I'm qualified to teach my child? If I didn't feel that I had the necessary qualifications, I would have never considered homeschool to begin with. The second issue, and sorry about my voice, I'm nursing some allergies here. The second issue with accreditation is, how do you know when it comes time for my children to go to college, how are they going to get there? When I ask you this question, my daughter goes to a high school here in our county. And it's a very good high school. I mean, as high schools go, this one's an excellent one. But is she going to get into college because she went to that particular high school? No. How is she going to get in? She's going to have to prove she knows what she's talking about. They're going to look at grades, which homeschools have. They may not have grades per se, but they have a system of proving that you have mastery of your subjects. They're going to look at test scores, the ACT and the SATs, which homeschool students take. They're going to look at essays. They're going to look at community service. They're going to look at all of these things weighted more than, did she go to A high school or B high school? Is A high school more highly rated than B high school? Translate that to homeschool children. And homeschooling is becoming more and more of an accepted way of educating your children these days. And so, as my daughter actually is starting the college process, where we're doing college tours and looking at colleges and looking at applications. And I'm noticing now she isn't homeschooled, but I'm paying attention to these things because Daniel is homeschooled and will one day be there. More and more colleges have a pathway for homeschooled students. It's not about what high school you went to, it's about what did you learn before you get here. They want students who will be able to graduate, not students who can just get in. So, to sum all that up, I said all that to say this. Do I think accreditation matters? Absolutely. For public schools, for private schools, for parochial schools, for anything that has a customer base where accreditation is helping me trust you when I have no reason to trust you. I don't know any of these teachers. I don't know the school staff. I don't know the administration. I didn't know the town when I moved here. How could I form that bond of trust? I looked at the accreditation bodies. I looked at the great schools ratings, right? Now, how do I form that bond of trust in a homeschool? I already have it because it's me. You know, if I were hiring a tutor, right, I would want to know that they had degrees or licenses or something because I didn't have that bond of trust there. But in homeschool, I already have it. So I have a captive customer base who has no choice whether or not to come. I have an already established bond of trust with myself. And when I'm starting to look at colleges for my children, I already have the knowledge that they can prove what they know. And so as far as homeschool goes, no, I don't believe homeschool should be accredited. It doesn't matter for them. As far as any other type of schools, absolutely. Accredit the heck out of those things. So yeah, that's our focus on learning, accreditation. And until next time, we'll see you later.